Western Australia went down to New South Wales 40 points to nil, so they too will be hoping to bounce back as we prepare for the teams. Western Australia out onto the field, and we have a quick look at the teams. For Queensland 1, we've got Theo Fury, Clinton Maulula, John Paul Tomanico, Harrison Wilson and Fred Futrell in the second row. Joseph Faulaulo, Joseph Small and Cullen Nagamano. Jazz Day, Campbell Parata in the halves. Ben Bucknell, Noah Lolosio, Harry McMahon, Jangala Bennett and Maxwell Died with Egan Siggs, Eugene Coote, Moses Aloamil, Trevor Hosea, Tom Kibble, Phoenix Hunt, Jordan Patata and Clyde Rapilia on the bench with WA. As we prepare for kickoff in the front row, we've got Victor Harris, William Tui, Tiago Valentim, Jackson Pugh, Liam van der Hayden, Marcus Spagnenberg, Carlo Tizzano, Brody Macazil, Reese Anapu, Samuel Barsby, Walker Smith, Luke Capine, Mason Hill, Grayson Makara and Nika Marehu at fullback, as we will get to the bench in due course for WA, with Campbell Parata to kick us off and get us underway. And knock on there from WA. What do you make of this one, Michael?
Well, pretty untidy take off that kickoff. So now we'll see where the dominance lies at set piece. We know that Queensland have got a fairly strong scrum, so hopefully WA can muscle up here and we'll see what happens.
A fair few changes in this Queensland side from the first game. This Queensland 1 side. But we have seen plenty of subs in action over the first 2 games. They have to prepare themselves for 4 days of footy here at the Australian Schoolboys Championships.
Cell movement, okay.
We've got a reset
Just
here
hold that
from
pre-engagement,
referee Brody Ingram.
Look, Mace Luke, last bit here.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
And a free kick.
There.
Early engagement there, and Queensland go quickly, but no, not on the mark.
Just at the base.
As my co-commentator Michael McGripple struggles with his earphones, but he's all good now. Michael, it's great to have you back.
Okay?
Oh, it's wonderful to be here, up here, 20 metres high, sun shining, and another scrum. So we'll see what happens. That was not taken on the mark by the halfback. So Queensland take the option of another reset and a launch play. See what they have here.
Crouch.
Jazz Day to feed the scrum for Queensland.
Set. Steady.
2 bites of the cherry for the strike, but they've got it away
Release 8.
as they crash centre field, Queensland. And they go right side. First real side of phase play in this one. Maxwell Died into contact, but some strong defence here from WA. Forcing Queensland backwards from where the scrum took place. Great burst there by Noah Lolosio. He can't find his way through as WA really dominate the contact zone. There's numbers out here. Bit of a call of an obstruction, but WA pinch the ball and go through William Tui, and they come left side. Numbers to the left side, but they couldn't get the hands free for the pass, and they go back into contact. WA really dominating. The ball is available there for WA. Looked like Queensland had a good bite at it. The ball's come loose again. And Queensland go now to the left-hand side. But it is a scrum feed to Queensland after a knock-on.
Yeah, that little passage of play, pretty interesting. WA were pretty good on their line speed and their connection in defence, got the turnover. But playing one person off the ruck and a little bit of isolation, they got another. They turned it back over to Queensland. Yeah, Queensland couldn't use that ball, so they've got another launch play from a scrum. They were solid in that first one. See how they go here.
It is a beautiful day for some running rugby. Not a cloud in the sky. Sun is shining. As Queensland look to go left.
No, again.
Again,
Yes.
Brody Ingram calls it back for the tap not being taken on the mark.
I think they'll call the scrum again. There you go. I think the Queensland boys want to play a little bit open and expansive, but you're not going to do that with a 15-man defensive line against you.
Really looking for that quick ball. But as we saw in those early bit of phase play, Western Australia with some strong line speed and really winning those collisions. So we'll go for another scrum.
Set. Steady there.
Queensland, of course, going down to ACT in their first game. We go blindside. Beautiful little hands to the offload. With Jangala Bennett, he scored a wonderful try in the first game against ACT off that right foot step. And the chip over the top, and it stays in field as WA now under pressure inside their own 22. The ball's bounced out, and Queensland with the ball. They look to launch their first real serious attack inside WA's 22. And they come to the right.
Playing with advantage now for an offside penalty. See what Queensland 1 can do.
And we are back for the penalty there. Numbers to the right side. WA not throwing numbers into the breakdown. But they straight offside. Probably conscious of young Jangala Bennett out here on the right-hand edge in the red headgear.
Now, Chris, this is an interesting decision. 3 points up for grabs, and they go for the scrum. So they've opened up two sides of the field.
Centre field scrum, it's a platform that you all want to use.
Oh.
But we haven't seen many kicks for the sticks so far over the course of the Australian Schoolboys Championship. Is it something you'd like to see more of, Michael? That play for territory game and use scoreboard pressure?
It would be nice, but it's good to see the boys all wanting to have a crack. There we go. I'm sure we're going to go for another scrum here. So we have the Queensland 10 and 15 parking behind the scrum. Oh, there you go. I'm proven wrong.
And there's been a coffee delivery into the commentary position. Michael, I don't know who ordered this one, but
where's my hot
days.
chocolate?
And we are going for the points. Would you have liked to see them, again, go for that scrum as they were on top in the early stages?
Yeah, well, they parked their 10 and their 15 behind the scrum, and they were going left, and they would have had a two-person overlap there. It would have been nice to see what they could do, but taking the points, settle it down, scoreboard pressure, and away we go again.
Campbell Parada putting it straight through to make it 3-0 to Queensland 1. After about 8 minutes of action down here at St Ignatius College in Riverview, Western Australia, to get us underway. Queensland through Harrison Wilson, strong into contact. Some scramble there by Joseph Small. Quick feet.
Taken back.
Ball brought back into the 22. It's got to be kept in play, and it is a penalty to Queensland.
Offside.
Yeah, the WA players very keen to get off their line with some line speed, but unfortunately creeping. They know that Queensland back line has a lot of threats out wide, so they're trying to shut it down, giving away some territory there of an offside penalty.
And it's easy relief for Queensland with a brilliant kick for touch, forcing them about 12 metres into WA's half. And it is a line-out. Clinton Malulua. A great leg drive there from Joseph Faulala, but he's knocked it on as he hit the deck.
Yeah, we spoke about this after Monday's matches, about that ball carry into contact and some of the players being a little haphazard. I don't think he had his support players right with him, so a lot of pressure there from the WA. Good on them for getting a turnover. Let's see how their scrum goes here for their first put into the match.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Gotta wait till I give you a signal to put it in.
Brody Ingram doesn't want to let that one play.
Yeah, just a little bit too quick there. Halfback looking for quick ball in and out, but unfortunately has to wait for the referee to allow him to feed the ball.
Go, let's go, big forward. Let's go. Same again, Victor. Well, that's it.
Crouch.
Go again.
As we
Bind.
prepare again, centre field
Set. Steady.
inside their own half. WA get the strike. Oh, and a brilliant little ball out there as we move to the right-hand side. Ball bobbled up in the air, and it's come loose now on that right edge as they move backwards, but it's a knock-on.
Good call, mate.
Queensland got a hand in there, and
Brody.
another scrum to WA,
Just manage off.
edging closer to the halfway mark, but nothing's clean and fluid at the moment. Is it Griffey?
No, they're passing the ball behind their player, which means that it's slowing everything up. Very lucky to get away with a little knock-on from Queensland there and get another scrum. So they were very solid in that first one. Let's see whether they can be solid here and get a decent launch play going.
Set.
WA feed into the scrum, but some strong pressure there from Queensland as it wheels around. And WA with the put in again.
Yeah, so there I think if Mario is here, Mario Ledesma, he would be saying don't step left to WA here. We want to go through the right-hand shoulder, keep square and drive forward, not go around the corner.
Argentine legend now, Wallabies scrum coach,
Bind.
and getting involved with some of the junior programs as well, I understand, Michael, is Mario.
Yeah, Mario had a lot to do with our 20 scrum this year, especially at a number of the camps that they were in. You could see that when they went over to Georgia.
As WA work their way one off from the ruck, passes a bit too high, but some good hands from number 7, Carlo Tizzano, and they keep moving blind, earning some strong meters from the pick and go. As WA move into Queensland's territory for the first time this match, it looked like caught high, but Brody Ingram says no. As we go one off, little tip on to Zano with a beautiful little offload around the corner to Brody Macazil.
Leave it 7.
And are we playing advantage there?
Advantage for a high tackle there. Just came up over the shoulder. Good use of the ball by WA, bouncing back.
As Jackson Pugh caught a bit high, and we've come back for the advantage.
22. High.
Number 12, Noah Lolesio
Shot.
with the high tackle there, and WA will go for the sticks to even this one up. About 30 metres out, directly in front. As hooker William Tui gets looked at for WA.
Yeah.
keep an eye on 2 blue boys.
Is it something you'd like to see when you're playing with advantage like that? Michael, you'd like to see throw caution to the wind and really go for it?
No, I think when you're 3 points behind and you're into the breeze here, this is probably the only option for them at the moment. If we can get it back to level pegging, keep some pressure on, and then second half, when they've got the wind, I'm sure they're going to be playing a lot of field position, WA.
Samuel Barsby puts it through, and we are locked up at 3-all after 14 minutes here at St Ignatius College in Riverview. Their first visit into Queensland half, and they come away with points.
So we're halfway through the first half of this game.
As the breeze really picks up here. Swirling in the commentary position, but Queensland have gone high. It's a tough one to take with the pressure coming, but well done by WA. Ball just outside the 22. Perfect kick there by Queensland. But now it's back inside, and they get the chance to relieve the pressure, but they've gone left, shrugged off there. Jackson Pugh, some great work, but he couldn't get it, and the ball's come loose at the breakdown, and Queensland now flooding into counter, and they go left-hand side. Playing with advantage for offside. Some hands, it looked on it, from Grayson Makara as he stretched for the intercept, and looks like we're getting a bit of a message here from the ref, Brody Ingram.
Take that extra half
Yeah,
step.
a little bit of a trend there.
Chat.
They are keen with their line speed, but they've given away a couple of offside penalties. Referee Ingram giving them a little bit of a chat there to make sure that is not repeated. But here we go. We're going to see our first line out today, with a kick to touch and an attacking launch play from Queensland.
About 10 metres out on that left-hand side, in front of the BMW tent. Great supporters of Australian junior development. As Queensland go to the back pod, take it well, bring it down, and throw themselves into the contest was Joseph Small for Queensland, and they come back. WA had the numbers to the right-hand side. Queensland didn't want to go that way, but now they do. And the ball is out, and it was a knock-on from Queensland. And plenty of support in the crowd for WA there.
Yeah, well, if you're going to carry the ball into contact, you've got to be accurate with your clean-out. The Queensland team were not there, and a little fumble, and they've given back possession to WA, who've been rock solid in their set-piece scrum. Let's see how their exit works there. Off that last one, they were trying to go one extra to give a little bit more room to their number 10. We'll see whether they go for the kick to touch straight or whether they look to open up the angle.
Six. Steady.
You'd say it'd be the latter, the way they're positioned at the moment.
Wait, 7.
The ball is lost. That's always the risk as Queensland go left side. Beautiful little step back inside from Ben Bucknell into contact, and they got space now to work with the Queensland. They come right side with Clinton Malula taking it in, some leg drive, forcing from John Paul Tomanico, and they come to the right, and it's an intercept from the big hooker. Oh, better another intercept from Jangala Bennett. He pitches it back but knocks it on.
Wow, that was pretty exciting there, wasn't it? The little hooker, I was wondering whether he was going to go himself from inside his 22. Would have been a sensational piece of rugby, but he went to link up with his outside winger. But the Queensland player was there just to snatch it. Again, what's the problem? It's ball carry into contact.
William Tui pinching the steal for the intercept for WA, and then Jangala Bennett getting that ball back. And we're back to where we started a couple of minutes ago with a scrum left side, chance for WA to exit. And will they go one out for the crash ball runner this time?
Hold push.
Straight to ground.
Wait.
Number 8 there, Brody Macasill. And the kick to clear, but has it found touch? No, Jangala Bennett with the chance to counter. He goes centre field to his fullback, Maxwell Dowd, who runs straight into contact at about the 40-metre line. WA strong over the ball, and they've got this one.
There it is again. We have that ball carry into contact, no support players, very little. Just allows the defensive team just to get over the ball. And most of the games that we've seen so far over the 1 and a bit days, there's been some good ball pressure at the tackle contest.
We've seen some brilliant work at the breakdown, as you mentioned, but this ball, has it found touch? You can't jump outside the field of play to knock it back in. So that will be a line out to the WA with William Tui to throw it in.
Knock on it.
So a little knock on there from Queensland off that line out. Allows WA to have a scrum 12 metres into
Next opportunity, okay?
Queensland's half. They're setting up nicely here. Looks like they might go a little bit wide, but 11's loitering behind. Could be an option off the 10 on the inside if
Crouch.
Queensland slide a little bit too hard. We'll see what happens.
Set.
And the ball is there. Goes off to number 10, Samuel Barsby, but it takes it straight into contact. Looks like Queensland was sneaking up there. But we're out wide for WA. It's number 23, Grayson Makura on the right wing. He's done well to get it to the 22. Back to Barsby. Into contact there by Liam van der Hayden. And Queensland doing a great job of slowing this one down as they go in, and they've won this one. Grippy, you've looked into the crystal ball and you've seen it. It's clean out time, allowing the space for those breakdowns to be jumped on by the back rowers of Queensland and WA so far in this one.
Yeah, the ball carriers getting a little bit too enthusiastic. They get through the tackle, they make some yards go to ground, but what that does is it isolates them from their support players. And we've seen at least half a dozen turnovers today with good pressure on the ball. Now Queensland on the attack, 10 metres into WA's half. So we'll see what they have with this line out.
About 10 minutes gone. 10 minutes to go in this one. 3-all so far. Little inside ball. Queensland going through. He's got numbers to the left-hand side. He doesn't find it. The ball comes out. WA knocking on as they went to jump on it. That was Joseph Faulalo for Queensland.
Very lucky for Queensland there. That ball should have just been held, taken into contact, recycled.
Joseph Faulalo looked to run away from his support players on the right-hand side as he spilt to the left.
I think what happened there is he saw some space and he thought he'd have a go at it, but
not bad for the lock to open him up.
Yeah,
Let them forget the chance.
Some long legs can make some distance on the little backs.
Crouch. 5.
Queensland now with the scrum on the 22. And they come to the right. Ball cut back inside for Harry McMahon. And Queensland back to the left, back inside.
Back.
They missed that one, but it's gone backwards, says Brody Ingram. And a big hit from WA forces them back. And Queensland have to step back up around the 22 as they edged close to the line, then forced back again. Skills just letting them down. They were playing advantage from Ingram. Ball grubbered behind, but not the chase they wanted, and will go back for the penalty. Left-hand side of the sticks.
8. High.
For high contact.
See what Queensland do here. Very tight tussle. They may go to the sticks.
Just over 5 minutes left in this first half, but looks like they're going to go for touch.
Proven wrong again.
Hugs
The
the
line out. About 10 metres from the try line.
I think all their coaches want is a little bit of accuracy here with this line out in this launch play. Going to bring it down and drive it. Let's see how they go.
As they go to the middle.
Come.
The ball's available at the back. All splintered off.
Leave it blue!
But it's there to play now. And they come to the right. Strong crash by Noah Lolosio. Back to the left. Big hit there by Malulua for Queensland. And if they go through the hands, a nice little offload. And Queensland are in. Fred Futrell. Beautiful try, but it all came from the offload in the leader.
Yeah, some nice little recycle and passage of play, and it was really good to see Fred Luttrell there from Churchy get over and score a nice try. Had a little bit of work to do. He was about receive that ball from about 7 metres out.
Try scoring number 9, the right lock, Fred Futrell.
As we go to have a look at the replay. And a beautiful little offload by his lock partner Harrison Wilson. And Futrell had a bit of work to do. But he barged his way over.
Okay,
As
thank you.
Queensland won, take the score to 8-3 with a kick to come. Here from Parata. And he's aced it. We're at 10-3 with less than 5 to play in this first half.
This next little passage will be interesting there, Chris. Got 4 minutes. There's a bit of a wind, so Queensland are going to have to capitalise on that and get back down into WA's territory, see what they can do.
As WA go to the 22. Back to the try scorer,
Take it back!
Futrell. And then go left-hand side through Joseph Small. And they keep going left. With WA swarming across with numbers to force him into touch. The line out to WA. 3 minutes left in this half. Inside Queensland half. Haven't had many
Five
visits
set,
down
five.
here so far. Tui with the line out, they go
Hold,
to the back.
hold!
Big collision. Garrett gets the offload to Tizano. As they force their way into the 22 to WA. A flat-footed Jackson Pugh
No, it's fine.
wrestles his way
Let it
into the
come, Red.
22. Ball comes loose. Passes to nobody. And that's Makara out there on the right wing, and they've lost about nearly 10 metres on that one. But they're through. Number 8 for WA, he goes for the offload again. They're isolated, and that's...
That one was for entry. Again, support player not with the ball carrier.
4.
Some big carries by number 8, Brody Macasill for WA.
And the loose head prop for Queensland there, straight on the ball, Theo Fury.
And relieves the pressure with about 2 minutes left to go in this first half.
An interesting stat there. Theo Fury from Rockhampton Grammar, so all from far north Queensland. good to see one of the country lads in the Queensland side.
You gone up to Rocky, mate? Cattle country?
Love cattle country, love the Longhorns.
And Queensland exit, ball taken out of the 22. But a good kick chase from Queensland.
12, leave it!
Ball's inside WA half. Macasil with a tip to his flat-footed Pew. And they try to go to the right. They're going sideways here. WA. Chip over the top. And we are back at St. Ignatius College. And not regathered, using that breeze straight away. And WA on the attack. And they come to the right-hand side. Some quick hands from fly half Samuel Barsby as they try to go away. They'll come right side again as Barsby takes it into contact. And Queensland over the ball, and they've got that turnover. What have we learned from halftime chat?
Well, halftime chat, I think part of what we do here in coach development is get in the huddles and video the coaches to give them a bit of PD. The message from Queensland was to still be hard on the ball. They were hard there, and they're putting a lot of pressure on WA.
As Queensland move just into WA's half. Throw it to the back of the line out. WA tried to get a hand in there, and have they taken it to ground? Queensland diving over the ball, and they've got it. Big punch run there from Queensland. Oh, number 10 finding space for Queensland. As we see Harrison Wilson dart away, and the ball's out wide to Jangala Bennett. He's carrying men, but pops up his offload, and the ball's found its way into touch. Not quite sure what happened there.
It's a touch, it's a scrum.
But
Scrum blue.
Yeah, a little bit of a forward throw there from the Queensland players. Got a little bit too excited. That line was getting a little bit close. Wanted to keep it alive. Probably would have been better to go to ground, recycle, and play back to the other edge where they had some space. Had a very much a scrambling WA defence. Best time to attack.
some youthful exuberance maybe on display there. Just trying to get that try. Desperate for that second try in this one. It's been a tight contest so far. Big push from Queensland. Ball's there. Dived on by Queensland. It's a turnover. And the ball's come out to the side. No. Penalty in through the side. And Brody Ingram awards penalty to Queensland. Are they going to trust their set piece or go for a quick tap? And they've called the scrum.
Yeah, good call there from the Queensland captain. The halfback wanted to take the quick tap. He slowed it down, get a set piece and see what they can do here. That breeze is picking up though. So they've got to be accurate on their catch and pass, this Queensland team.
The scrum about 5 metres out. And Ingram wants a reset.
Just wait. Yeah. Just pick your vine up longer, okay?
All about front row binds there. The dark arts of the front row. Learning it young.
Crouch.
You've spent plenty of time in the middle of those scrums. Michael, in your time?
Yeah, played
about 60 kilos ringing wet, are you?
Yeah, played a couple of years at hooker and a couple of blindside. Unfortunately, I forgot to grow like some of these kids.
And here we go, Queensland really on the attack. And they come left side with WA, plenty of numbers there. Queensland go to ground. Left side of the uprights, they'll go left-hand side. Some good little hands to pick up that one. And they'll flood back to the right.
Good line speed from the WA. They've just got to be very careful not to overstretch the mark.
And we're going out wide. Noah Lolosio taking it to ground. No half, they've sorted it out now. And a big hit on Maxwell Dowd. Parada trying to call the shots here. Going through the hands, they would have had the overlap, but they go back to the right. Little cut-out ball and an offload. Beautifully done. And it is a try to Joseph Faulaulo. And there was a nice little offload from Harrison Wilson again outside of the hand. He was the offload for the first try and another try again. Grippy.
Yeah, sitting up here, you could hear the Queensland bench yelling out, go forward, go forward. The Queensland boys did. And all of a sudden, the space opened up for them. It's a good lesson learnt by that team.
Here we see beautiful little offload. And Joseph Faulaulo barging over the line, but a beautiful offload by Harrison Wilson.
Yeah, very Sonny Bill Williams-esque with that little turn of the hand and the little flick pass. Or maybe he was just channeling Quade Cooper. I don't know.
You're learning from Quade up there at Ballymore. And Parada converts to make 17 points to 3.
When you think about names like Quade, came through Queensland 1 Australian schools, this is a pathway for a lot of these players. So they've got to put their best foot forward with the selectors here watching intently.
A stiff breeze, but well taken by Futrell. He's impressed today so far. Now what a beautiful kick. Sensational stuff from Queensland. And that's a line out on about the 5 metre mark for WA.
That is about a 70-metre kick into the wind. So well done there. They wanted to take a quick throw, but unfortunately it was a different ball, and you can't do that. You've got to use the same ball, and they can't touch anybody prior to that.
Blue, set him.
Ball eventually bouncing out about 10 metres from their own try line. WA throw. Had a change at hooker, Tui is off. They tap back off the top, but it's a knock on. Well, not straight.
Good pressure. Scrum.
They took a bit of a while to get in there and know what they were doing, the WA team, and just compounding the pressure on themselves. Now another good starting play platform for the Queensland Ones team. Let's see what they can do here.
Crouch! Bind!
James Day to feed the scrum. Queensland 1. Gets the free kick. And he will go for the scrum again.
Yeah, the WA forward pack getting a little bit energetic there and not keeping it steady and trying an early push. The Queensland team going, thanks for that, we'll go again.
Harry O'Dane for WA now.
Crouch!
In the place of William Tui.
Bind!
Bit of out between the two scrum halves there.
Good to see. A little bit of niggle, a little bit of pressure. Here we go. Nice little 89. Oh!
Backwards!
And a knock on from Parada as he went to pick up the ball.
And just as they went through that move, the gust of wind came through. Very difficult to catch and pass in these conditions, but if they want to be the best for their state, they have to be able to execute and be accurate.
Going right to left. Causing some issues for both sides, and it makes that kick even more impressive from Queensland, which got the ball down here in the first place.
That's it. I'm getting a little bit scared up here in the tower at the moment. It's so windy, but Some excellent skills. Scrum to
Scrum time, okay?
scrum to WA. The referee Brody Ingram told the halfbacks just to lay off each other. They just turned around, laughed at him and said, "We're just doing our job." There it goes again.
Time off.
They're going to get called over.
2 halfbacks.
It's been a bit arduous between Reese and Apu.
We're going to push and shove a scrum time all day. We're going to have
Jazz
issues, okay? You've done on the last one, and now
both
you've
getting
done
the
here.
chat to
No
now.
more from this point, okay?
Don't mind seeing a little bit of niggle. You can't do it that blatantly in front of the referee, though. He's laid down the law. He doesn't want to see it again. And really, we want to see a game of football, not pushing the referee to the limit.
Bind! Set!
Never any good chat from the halfbacks anyway. As it way right side to look to come out. Big fan. That's a good leg drive. There, Mason Hill. WA trying to go for the ball. It's going now. Touching onto the grip at the pass. And Queensland, WA punching it on. Forcing their way upfield. Queensland over the ball, and they missed it as Reese Napu gets the offload as he picked and go.
Step, step!
Go behind. But a regather and kicked ahead. Touch from WA, so it's got to be played by Mason Hill. And he regathers. And they won't kick. They'll run straight back into the contest there. And a big hit from Joseph Faulalo, the latest try scorer for Queensland. Tip back inside to Jackson Pugh for WA.
WA putting a lot more people in to try and secure their ball, but the Queensland defence well and truly up to it.
It's a quick run. Looked like that tackle creeped around the neck, and we're playing advantage now. Reese Napu waits for the ball, but it's a strong run from Luke Capini. It's gone backwards. Still advantage. Chip behind by Jackson Pugh, and he's regathered it. But we're back with a penalty
there from the WA person as he tried to pick that up.
Not many times you see a chip and chase from a second rower. Probably the tallest player on the field. Jackson Pugh.
WA going for the line here. Hopefully a good kick will put them into a very good position inside the Queensland 22.
There's a camera down on the sideline. That nearly got taken out by that ball as it just got stuck in the wind.
Substitutions.
As we see Jordan Grant take the line out throw, despite wearing the number 17 jersey for WA. And a change for Queensland. In fact, a couple of changes for Queensland as they hold on to their 17-3 lead. Oh, brilliantly taken from Queensland number 8. And Joseph Taulolo takes the ball up to the 40-metre mark. And Queensland will play the field game. A brilliant kick there by Parada. Let to bounce by WA. And Queensland will win the field position with that one, with a line out to come inside WA's half.
Just feels like that wind's turned a little. In the first half it was to the backs of the Queensland team. Now it seems like it is turning from the northwest, a little bit on the right shoulder of the Queensland team. So they're getting the rub of the wind at the moment.
And they are leading by 14 points in this one, with about just over 15 minutes left to play. Parata. He doesn't look like he's got the big levers, but his kicking has been superb so far in this one as he takes it to the line here. And a pick and go from Queensland. And Queensland back inside. Bit of argy-bargy and back play, and WA get the turnover. Trying to counter ruck from Queensland.
Straight from the side. I think he's a little bit upset losing in the tackle test and wanted to make amends for his teammates. Fortunately, he's relieved the pressure.
I think this ball's coming straight for you, Michael. And now line out inside Queensland's half. Again, Jordan Grant.
And this is like that right on the position.
And a big hit
Leave 6!
from Tom Kibble for Queensland 1. Ball on the half-metre mark. Queensland trying to jump over that ball, but there it's available to play. WA getting up and going again. And knock on there from Queensland. Sorry, from WA, and Queensland will counter. Jangala Bennett. And a little chip over the top, but WA will regather and will go again inside WA's half.
Yes, Chris, pressure all on WA. They can't get out of half any forward momentum they do. It's been turned over, and then Queensland just nudge it back in. Just keep applying the screws.
A lot of one-out passes here from WA, but they go wide now. And come back inside from Pugh. He lost that ball, but it's play on. As Tizano goes ahead from WA. Now Macasil. And Pugh. Step in as he hits the contact. Young Pugh. As Tizano went to contact there for WA, number 7. And that will be his last involvement as he'll make way for John Martin Stewart on the bench. And a line out to Queensland.
Jackson Pugh now replaced by the big Connor O'Sullivan. Oh, Jackson Pugh's on. Sorry about that.
It's tough to see sometimes.
Must be a back rower.
But a penalty to WA.
11.
Is he caught?
Off your feet, no. Blue penalty, sorry.
I don't.
Yeah, off
11
his
off
feet.
your feet.
11 off feet. Blue penalty.
There's a bit of confusion out there. Queensland thought it was their ball. In fact, it was WA's.
So confusion I'm feeling with the substance rolled on and on, I guess.
There's a few coming on and off as we've got number 10 for WA, Samuel Barsby, down in back play. And the ball's not gone out with Jangala Bennett to clear. And a super kick goes back into WA's half. And we've got Queensland down.
Time off.
Queensland player back down in back play as well. So there's a few walking wounded out there at the moment. The ref let it play. Samuel Barsby crawled off for WA, holding his right ankle.
Just keep track of the stopping
And it
sign,
seems we might have a head knock for Queensland. And both teams will get the chance for a bit of a chat from the water boy. And plenty of action to come on day 2 of the Australian Schoolboys Championships.
12 to go. How long do you have?
Next up, Queensland 2 against Victoria before the final game of the day, ACT against New South Wales 2. Just about 10 minutes to go. But so far, who's impressed you in this one? Michael?
Well, I've been very happy with the back rowers of both teams. They've had strong games. The Queensland forward pack have done some good work this half. I think they've taken the advice of their coach, who said go forward first before going around, and they've made some really good inroads. I think this wind is mucking them up a little bit in regards to their catch and pass, but they need to be a little bit more accurate.
Let's take a look at some highlights so far of this one. And it was a strong little opening. And this is William Tui breaking down with Jangala Bennett taking back that intercept. It's been a tight half, a tight tussle. Both teams going for points early, as Queensland tried to assert themselves on this one. They eventually got it going. It was a beautiful little offload here out the back for Fred Futrell to score. That was from Harrison Wilson. And he was into action again in the second half as he kept that offload going. Very Sonny Bill Williams-esque. Out the back again, and this time it was Joseph Faulaulo over for the try to make it 17-3. We've seen some brilliant field position kicking as well from Campbell Parata, the number 10 for Queensland. And yeah, it's been a strong back row contribution from WA. Is Jangala Bennett, the fleet-footed winger for Queensland. As we wait to get it going, Queensland player starting to get back to his feet with number 13, Jordan Pataya, making his way onto the field. Looks like the doctors are happy with the head knock down there. As he is clapped off by the crowd here at St. Ignatius College in Riverview. And that was Campbell Parata, who's made his way from the field. May have even been a twinge to the neck as we get action back underway. About 12 minutes left. WA get the ball and a chance to get out of their own half. And a big run by number 21, John Martin Stewart. Gets him up to halfway.
That's a bit better ball carry and clean out there from the WA boys. Just made a nice 20 metres of field position.
Another pick and go there by Jackson Pugh. The Locks working overtime for WA. As number 8, Brodie Macasill takes it in, but it's a turnover. As the commentators curse there.
That's
Michael?
it. That's the tackle assist there. In again. And that was super sub Tom Kibble coming in there and just straight on the ball. Very good body position and really strong in that contact. They tried to blow him off. Could not do it. Tommy Kibble from BBC up there in Brisbane.
Brisbane Boys College. Breeding ground for a few Wallabies.
Yeah.
Will Genia, James Hall, to name a few. Don't know whether you've ever heard of those two, Michael. They went all right.
I'm from New South Wales.
As Queensland work the ball, committing plenty of numbers to the breakdown here at Queensland. And looks like it's not clean there, but Brodie Ingram allows it to play. Ball comes loose and they pick and go again and work their way into the 22 as they edge closer to the sideline. And they're looking for easy meters. Playing advantage. Sneaking offside there at WA defence.
Hand in front of the offside.
Yeah, they were down in a 3-point
Hand in front of last
stance,
feet.
but unfortunately your hands
17.
behind the offside line, not in front of it. So they're going for a little kick to touch.
Maxwell Dowd to kick for touch. Line out on the 5-metre mark for reserve hooker Eugene Kurtz for WA, for Queensland. And another penalty here for Queensland.
Here. Sacking the lifter.
Pulling down the jumper. Will they go for the line out this time, or will they go for the quick tap? Queensland are going to call a scrum.
Probably the smartest thing to do in that position. You get 8 defensive players from the WA team out of their line and into the scrum area, giving the Queensland backs a fair bit of space for a nice little launch play inside WA's 22. Perfect position to attack.
Jangala Bennett with plenty of space on that right side. The speedster for Queensland, with Maxwell Dowd moving into first receiver for Queensland, with Campbell Parata making way with what seemed to be a neck injury.
Let's go, break off hard. I got that eight.
Crouch!
We've got Clyde Rapilla on the field for Queensland 1 as well, with the number 11 jersey.
Set.
Probably to run that little inside ball off Maxwell Dowd. But instead, Phoenix Hunt, the scrum half, reserve scrum half, is on the field for Queensland as well, and he takes it into contact. And they'll pick and go, Queensland now. Right in front of the sticks to close this one out. Under 10 minutes to go. Edging close to the line are Queensland. So many numbers, just short. And it's slow out of this one. And they've dived and they've got it. Oh, is it a penalty to WA?
Yeah, 20 off feet. Referee Brady Ingram called.
So close to the line. Wind now coming across this one to help this one go out. Edged it to about the 22. And a few changes coming now.
A few subs for WA.
6.5.
Referee Brody Ingram checking his watch. About 6.5 minutes left to play.
Cheers, mate.
Get away with that one too, WA at line out time. Looked to be the wrong call.
Advantage.
Little knock on from Queensland. Oh, it was offside.
6 offside.
6 very sneaky there. Assisted, came through right in front of the WA halfback. Thought he might not get away with it, but referee Ingram all over that one.
Swirling breeze, and WA won't find touch. And Queensland will play it as they go right side. Some quick feet from Jordan Patea. Then into contact, no one back. Touched. And WA with a chance to break down that left side. They dummy, they offload, back inside again. Got to throw numbers into this one. They've got the ball and their chance to attack now. Inside Queensland's half for the first time. Didn't look many arms in that one. It was body on body. And WA will come to the right. Some brilliant line speed and the ball's jumped loose. Jordan Patea will miss that one. WA throw it up. And they'll run it into contact.
Let's go.
But it's been called a knock-on, and it's a scrum feed to Queensland. A few players down for WA on both sides. Lachlan Hardy had to go back and regather that one. And WA are down on the far side as well.
Just take time.
As this breeze really picks up here.
Quick question there, Chris. Do we have any harnesses to wear while we're up here? I'm starting to get a little bit scared.
Well, do you want to just start downstairs and check? Throw me up some abseiling ropes and we'll both climb down. I just feel sorry for the people in the camera position above us who rugged up and nearly blown over with that one. But bad to see here as a WA player receives some attention, makes his way to his feet. That's good to see. Not long left to play as we prepare for the next game on day 2 between Queensland 2 and Victoria at St Ignatius College in Riverview. Remember, you too can join the conversation on Rugby.com.au across the social media channels. Make sure to hashtag OzXV, which you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Watch all games live. The coverage continuing tomorrow and on Saturday. As Queensland get on the attack, Maxwell Dowd goes right side. But it's called a forward pass. And WA, with about 4 minutes left to play, have to go, well, about 70 metres. Twice. To tie this one up.
It's looking a bit of an ask for WA. Every time they seem to get the ball, it ends up being turned over. But Queensland there just overshooting the mark. WA with a launch play from just outside their 22. Let's see what they can do with it.
Steady! One.
And
Going through.
It's a short arm there for engaging early. And WA seeing the gap. And that was number 7, Carlo Tizzano. He's back onto the field. It's a penalty. Number 9 sneaking offside.
Sorry. Thank you.
No, it's a short arm.
Just give me back 10 metres. It's a short arm. Short arm.
That was inside the 10 metres from the previous short arm. So just advanced. So it doesn't escalate. It just moves it forward. For those out there in TV land, or PC land, or Mac land, watching this on the stream.
Just early push on your
tablet.
one. Just settle the hit.
We have everything.
Got it all covered here at Rugby.com.au.
Crouch!
If you're just joining the coverage, we've got plenty of action left on day 2. WA.
Push red!
Big push against a tight head, no.
Well first, so it's gone through the 45. A reset for WA. Hopefully they lock out this scrum. It was a bit messy, that last one. Good shove from the Queensland forward pack to really disrupt proceedings there for Western Australia.
Crouch!
Queensland 1, desperately needing this win after going down to the ACT in their first game. And it's another scrum. So time getting chewed up though
You guys need to get tighter on
for any sort of WA comeback.
This is what referees term poisoned ground. It's gone down twice. Third time that ball better come out, otherwise the whistle will be blown.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Good scrum there from Queensland. Oh, almost come out. There it is.
Good scrum, and that'll be all she wrote with a minute left. Are they going to go for the sticks, or are they going to kick for touch? Encouragement from their bench, they just keep it going. But they're going to go for the quick tap.
I think they're worried about the wind more than anything and getting it out into touch. 40 seconds to go, referee Ingram said. And they start to go forward and dent the line of WA.
Quick little offload and a brilliant. The hands were free there.
21, leave it.
Number 7 for Queensland. Back into the contact. They got numbers either side, but they pick and go. Waiting for that ball to become free. They've got to get it moving. They'll pick and go again. But WA throwing themselves over this one. And they keep it going as the backs wait out either side. Queensland edging closer. Now they go. Ah! And it looks as if he's held up. It's number 6, Tom Kibble, and that will be all she wrote. Full time here, Queensland 1, taking the win, 17 points to 3. Michael, what did you make of this one?
Well, a little bit of a scrappy game, unfortunately. A lot of turnover in that tackle contest area, but really good to see WA there just aiming up at the end with their defence. Really strong. That'll give them some confidence going into tomorrow's match.
Well, Queensland take the win, bounce back after their disappointing defeat yesterday against ACT. We've got plenty of action still to come, of course, but let's have a look at the stats. 17 points to 3. It was 2 tries to 0. It was 3-all at one stage. Fairly even at set piece, and the Queensland did have dominance at scrum time, as we saw at the end. Queensland 2 against Victoria to come after this, as we wait for some post-match reaction down on the ground.
Well, Chris, that was your last call for today's proceedings. Have you enjoyed having fun up here?
Mate, it's great. It's great to see the action at the Australian Schoolboys Championship. I've really enjoyed it. Now I'm going to enjoy sitting back having a sausage sandwich in the crowd. But a fantastic day, but you got the dulcet tones of Adam Fryer, former Wallaby hooker, to come. I believe you're still on the decks later on, but let's check the highlights from this one at St. Ignatius College in Riverview.
We're very disappointed, but it's good to see all the boys go out there today and put a lot of effort in. Very physical game, but very happy for the win.
Like you said, disappointing result on day one up against ACT. What was the message with the day off yesterday about how you'd be able to get up for this one?
We just thought we need to be a lot more physical. We were a bit hesitant the first game, but today we thought we'd just rip in, go hard, and it should go our way.
Do you find that those combinations are starting to develop a bit more now that you guys are playing a little bit more together? That's becoming a little bit easier?
Yeah, it's just off the 10, we're all finding it a lot easier now, and hopefully tomorrow it just expands even more and we become more effective off it.
One more game, of course, against New South Wales 2 ahead of the finals. Queensland versus New South Wales always brings out a little bit of extra spice. I guess the boys are looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it's always a game we all get up for, so very, very keen for it, and hopefully rip in and get into them.
Best of luck, mate, in that last game.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. And we have one more game coming, our third game coming up for us here at Riverview College in just a moment.